Good morning, or afternoon rather. Sacred Spiritual Healer, doing your readings from the Shaman Oracle deck. And if you've watched the others, you know that these are cards chose by Spirit for the meanings that I will channel the messages for your energy when you read this or watch the video. But then we're also going to go into the guidebook itself and read the actual meanings or the description that the artist, the writer, meant to portray when they created the artwork. Okay, and you can see, if you haven't used this deck before, it's beautiful in colors with the shaman energy. Alright, so we're going to get started. Okay. So the first card up is 18, breaks to a 9. Earthkeeper. That's the one I just showed you. Okay. So the Earthkeeper card is about caring for the earth, Mother Earth, Gaia. Just as the moon and the sun care for her, they nurture her, just as we need to nurture our inner selves. But as we walk on Mother Earth, we heal Mother Earth, and we breathe in Father Sky and heal him, and Mother Earth heals us. So we need to be the Earth Keeper and help nurture and care for her. And this card is here to remind us to go in nature and walk in nature, be one with nature, but also do something each day that will help care for Mother Earth. Number 51 breaks to a 6. The staff. Staff is to guide one on their journey, to assist them when they're weary, to mark or set boundaries, to lead them to the waters. It's the intuition, it's the guide. Just as your spirit guides guide you, so does your staff. It's served also as your wand. Number 19, the fire. Fire motivates. Fire is passion. And here we see the heart in the center of this globe of red passion, where the fire is exuberating up and building. The flames are energy. The 19 breaks to a 10, down to a 1. So it's about passion, the burning, the manifestation, but also the motivation, because fire motivates. 28, cougar, or jaguar rather. 10 breaks to a 1. Jaguar is protective. It's in the dark shadows. It sees. It protects. It's the very keen perception. The protector. Number 22 is the ghost dancer. You see the ghost dancer, they're speaking to your soul to get out and dance. 22 is a number. It's calling for your soul to be inspired, to be motivated, to dance like the flame does, to be like the fire dancer, the fire child. The upper world, 59, 14, breaks to a 5. The upper world's the heavens. Your spirits, those that have gone before you, speak to you through the animals, totems, your animal spirits as well. Your ancient kin, your ancient ancestors are speaking to you from the upper world. You can ancestral travel through to the upper world while you're still grounded here on earth, to speak with your ancestors regarding your generational chains, generational curses, generational ties, things that occur generation after generation to your kin. Your ancient ones are speaking to you now to heal those and break the chains. Number 9 is completion. It's the circle of life. It's the beginning and the end in one. We begin with unconditional love, childlike innocence, faith in all things, love of nature, and completion is when we reach a point of oneness with our soul again as an adult. We come back to completion, the innocence of childlike caring for the earth, unconditional love. Water, 61, breaks to a 7. And water replenishes, refines the soul. And a drop of water is life to some creatures. And we protect the water just as we care and protect to Mother Earth, and the water protects Mother Earth. Without water we have no growth, no renewal. It purifies and cleanses. And 10 breaks to a 1. Again, you have several 1s here. The corn is the harvest. You've planted the seeds, and that time is to harvest what you have planted. Your abundance is there because you till and you care for the earth that you've planted it in. Mother Earth has cared for you and provided you with a harvest of crops, positive crops. And now it's time to bring in your harvest. Bring in what you've sown. Bring in the work you've put into it has come to fruition. We're going to read the meanings now to see. Whew, it's hot in here. is Earth Keeper. Just as you involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of a plant where all beings live in peace, and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. You have outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream bigger, with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper. Reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets. Feed the stray ones that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to Mother Earth. Grow the sacred dream. Your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. As you care for your body, you show your care for Mother Earth. So begin with the stewardship of your health. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you feeding on foods and thoughts that are not good for you? Start doing what you know will be good for you today. I'm going to have to move this backwards. I can't see it. $51. The staff. The staff is the symbol of authority. It holds the power to temper extremes. The staff helps you find the right course of action, the way of the middle, and aids you to maintain your balance after you begin walking in that direction. Moses carried a serpent staff through the desert, and with it he could summon the power of nature to heal and call plagues. The staff reminds you of the impermanence of all things, and that your authority must come from your deep longing to serve others. You know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities, and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take that first step on your journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find that delicate balance between will and surrender. You are caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non-action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without dark, no low without high, no wrong without right. This is the time to take corrective action, beginning with your beliefs about what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging it slightly along. 19. Fire. Fire consumes anything that it touches. The flames remind us the impermanent nature of reality and how situations can quickly transform into beauty or chaos. Fire is passion, and its dancing flame invites us to reach to the sky. Warmth and light are heavenly, yet too much heat can scorch us. To fully step into the energy of fire is to be utterly transformed, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Warm your hands and your heart by your inner fire. Let it burn away your hardships. Let it consume your pain and your sorrows. Has life become too rigid or too cold, too superficial? Light a candle and make a bonfire, and toss into the flames everything that has become stiff and painful. Give it all to the fire for rapid transformation. Set your life on fire. Are you feeling too fiery? Have you been reactive and short-tempered towards others? This card has come to tell you that all fiery emotions directed at others can backfire at you. It is not a good idea to play with fire when you are out of balance or angry. Now is not the time to act or react. It is a time to tame and befriend your inner fire so it does not scorch you. 28. The jaguar is the protector of all life in the Amazon, and in times of fear she brings courage and certainty. Jaguar is at the top of the food chain and never becomes prey. With great stealth, she can track her mark from a distance and not be seen or heard. She moves gracefully through the jungle, relishing the abundance of the forest, fearless and at ease. Jaguar knows the ways beyond death and is the master of the shadows, blending invisibly between light and dark, night and day. Jaguar calls you to explore beyond the walls that confine you, to go outside your normal routine, to push your limits and boundaries. She is delivering an invitation from your own future to investigate the unknown, to venture into the mysteries and the dark places you have been reluctant to explore. Toss all caution to the wind. Know that your jaguar instincts will serve you well. What in your life needs to be released? What have you carried around with you far too long? Which is ready to be let go of once and for all? Jaguar medicine is available to heal the fear so you can allow it to go. It's time to come out of the shadow and end the shadow game that you may have unconsciously agreed to play. Call on the jaguar to unfetter you from toxic relationships and recover your natural instincts for the right people and situations. The ghost dancer of the American Plains Indians united the spirits of the living with those of the ancestors to bring peace to the world. When the ancestors are honored, they bring harmony to us. When we hold them responsible for all that is wrong with us today, they haunt us. Honor the spirits of the ancestors and receive their lessons and gifts. This includes honoring your own past lives as well. The ancestors have a message of healing and powerful medicine to offer. Create a sacred moment at your altar, light a candle to them, and let their wisdom infuse you. At this stage in your life, you are done repeating their tragic stories. Step into the abundance that is offered to you. Receive the gifts of those that have come before you, and write a new story for your life. If you are trapped in a vicious cycle of nostalgia, mourning a lost youth, or opportunities missed, it is time to make an altar for the ancestors. Collect a few photos, light some incense, offer some sage. Open the windows of your house to release them to their destiny and to the wind. Be weary of being snared in a relationship with someone from a past lifetime, as the people we loved or hurt have a way of reappearing in our lives. There is no learning for you there anymore. The essence, angels, divine helpers, ancient ones, and all varieties of luminous beings populate the upper world. It is the place where you go to retrieve your destiny and find out who you will become. Discover your great potentials and undreamt possibilities. It is also the place where the spirits of the dead arrive when they complete their journey to the light. The upper world is calling you to step into your fully realized self. Clear distractions so that you can move into a higher destiny. Do not fall to the temptations to craft a slightly more improved version of yourself. What you perceive as a problem or an obstacle is in fact the irritation you need to take the great leap. Remember, you cannot cross the Grand Canyon in 2 small jumps. Ask your divine helpers for guidance. If the oracle has already spoken to you, do not ask for more guidance. Take what has been offered. Now you must deal with the lethargy and idleness. While support for a new destiny is not yet in place, a new destination is available to you if you act now. All things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, the fruit, and of all human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. You have finished a cycle and there is no more growth or benefit from hanging on to the old. In regards to relationships, it is time to honor what has been and find a new form for the future. In your ventures, it is time to reap your harvest. Completion is a time for celebration. It is the end of summer when the fruit is ripe. Clinging to the old form will bring only decay. When fruit is left too long on the vine, it rots. You know that it is time to move on, yet are reluctant. Do not be afraid of hurting anyone's feelings. Remember that you are responsible for your actions, not the actions of others. Mourn what is lost so you can move on. Do not be sad. Be like the sun at midday, who shines brightly, neither longing for sunrise nor dreading the dusk. Water symbolizes purification, regeneration, birth, revival, and cleansing. It signifies an evolutionary shift from the former self to the new self. Many myths around the world speak of a great flood and the new life that is revealed after a deluge. Water begins without boundaries. Then, as soon as a form has separated itself from water, it comes under the law of time and life, thus acquiring limitations. When water arrives, you are invited to watch your emotions. Know they are going to be changeable, and do not settle on a conclusion at this time. If you feel joy, feel that fully. If you feel sadness, allow the sadness to move through you. Water invites you to see the ebb and flow of events and trust you can ride the wave of opportunity when it arises. Natural flow is here. Go with it. This is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this, what water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, like baptismal, is the opportunity to get an instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creations take place. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the maternal, womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Emergence in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for the process. You can expect it to be messy, but worth it. The corn is 10. Corn represents the mother of substance and tangible abundance. This symbol represents maternal prosperity in the world of form that provides stability and sustenance in many. There's more than enough. You planted a beautiful field of dreams and worked hard. Even in moments when you were losing faith, you continued. Now the spirit of the corn comes to honor this and show you a bountiful harvest. This is the time to reap those rewards of hard work and trust, whether those rewards are financial or the kind of prosperity measured in quality rather than quantity. You are so blessed when this symbol appears. Don't forget to share your good fortune. Be aware of shortcuts to your dreams or fast track being offered to you now. Be especially mindful of your feelings of entitlement or an expectation to get something for nothing. This is a time for gratitude, perseverance, and humility. Be prepared to work towards your goal and plant the seeds of your intentions consciously and respectfully. Release any insecure thoughts of scarcity, feelings that there is not enough, worry that someone else could take what is yours. Know that the universe will always provide, but you must be in a relationship with the universe in order to receive it. You will reap what you sow. Take heart. Even if you didn't plant well and have conjured up the illusion of a drought, there's always a new season to begin again. So again, that was the illustrations by Jean Della Grata Agla, Marcela Lobos, Colette Baron Reed, and Alberto Villaldo. I hope you enjoyed those. Have a blessed day.